talk to you about being prideful versus being humble. And let me just start off by saying, if you want to get humbled, go ahead and try to do 40 slap chest push-ups like my brother just did, and I guarantee you it will humble you. Today I'll be reading first verse is out of Proverbs 16:18, and it's a simple verse. It simply says, "Pride cometh before the fall." Pride cometh before the fall. I'll turn over to James 4, verse 6, and it says, "God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble." Now, that's not a whole lot of words. That's a few words, but a lot's being said right there. You know, the Lord has humbled me many, many times in my life. I was thinking about it when I was preparing this lesson, and the first one I can really think of that impacted me was a job. I prayed about this job, whether to take the job or not, and I felt clearly that the Lord didn't want me to accept that job. So I went and told the guy, and he offered me more money. And I ended up accepting that job. And I can tell you that was the most miserable time of my life. I had a bad injury. I went through a very bad illness. But you see, I thought I knew better. And I prayed and asked him for his guidance on this decision. But I decided, even though I asked him and it was a clear no, I said yes. So he humbled me. He allowed me to go through it and make my own decisions. And it was a lesson learned. The other one I can think of was when I was first learning how to ride my Harley. My brother and another buddy of mine, he was just learning, and so we were going over some drills on how to ride and everything, and got going pretty good, felt pretty good about it, and I was about a week or two in, and I thought, man, I really got this. I'm a seasoned veteran now. And so my buddy was asking a couple questions to my brother, and so I decided I'd jump in and answer because I was so good at it. Right after that, we were doing a drill, a figure eight drill, and I nearly dropped my bike. It took everything I had to hold that bike up. And when I tell you it humbled me, I never forgot it, and I never will. See, pride is thinking a little too highly of yourself. And that's exactly what happened. I was thinking a little too highly of myself. God will humble or correct us like a parent will humble or correct a child. Any good parent knows that discipline is something that you have to do. It's not fun, but because you love and care about that child, you're going to discipline and try to teach them right. And it's the same exact thing that God does with us. So to wrap it up in a nutshell, we need to stay humble, we need to stay grounded in God's word, and we need to stay thankful for all of the blessings that God gives us. And as Christians, we need to stay humble so we can be a useful vessel for Him. If you're dealing with a lot of pride, it's going to be hard to be a useful vessel for the Lord. So we got to stay humble, man. Anyway, this is truth. See you on the next video.